Hello. So it is November 15th. Crazy things here in Michigan. It's opening day. So it's pouring rain. So that's, good and bad. But last night at midnight, I had woke up out of dead sleep, had just overcame with rage and emotions and just fear. And so this morning, I woke up and had to be real slow, made my coffee, I'm gonna make another coffee. It's that day. And I think today's just the day that I'm gonna have to make some really hard decisions. I've already made them. Let's be for real, that's why I'm live. I've made them. And the one is that we are just gonna close the salon through the rest of this pandemic. It is just bringing a level of anxiety to myself 24/7 that needs to go. So let this be permission. If you have something that is just too much, it's okay to say no, right? Because everything right now is too much. So we're gonna shift the salon down. And it's immediate. I was I can't even think about it. And it's been a blessing because my clients are on the same vibe. They've been messaging me the last 48 hours hey, I think it's just time to hunker down again. And I agree, it felt good. It felt good to be aligned with my clients. So I am gonna make a huge shift as I'm walking. The closing the salon down for now was not, it was kind of phase one. And then phase two was, what do I do with the space? This could be 6 months, this could be 9 months, this could be 12 months. The reality is so many of us are living day by day, moment by moment. And the project that I'm meant to be working with you guys, that is I don't want to say haunting me, but it's pulling me at incredible depths, is the sacred home. And the sacred you, really, in journaling and showing you how I have to live very slow, very honed in, very strong boundaries, very ritualistic in order to kind of keep baseline through this. And I think it's just time for me to create that space first for myself. So we're eliminating a huge piece of anxiety out of my life right now. And it also give me a time to kind of realign the salon. I had a vision of what this is supposed to look like. It was a little bigger than I thought. And it scared me, to be honest, but it also gave me time that this was going to unfold just kind of organically and on its own timeline. So we're in no rush for the salon world. But the journal world it feels urgent. It feels like you guys need a sacred home as much as my soul needs a sacred home, and that feels urgent. We need this now, so let's create this now. The big news is that in the sacred home, you guys have seen our salon. We had a divine download. Our master never felt like a master. And we've got all these extra doors, and our house is just broken up where we could almost live downstairs and work upstairs. And it's been a blessing to be able to have that sort of separation in our home. But now the master, which was kind of evolved into the salon, is now begging to be pulled back into a sacred space. And it's not necessarily a master bedroom, but it's a place for me to create sacred rituals with you guys. And show you the elements of a sacred home kind of come together very slowly. That's the other thing, that sometimes we see all these people building online and it's just they did it all, right? And one of the women I follow really well, daily I watch her videos, and I was just I am starting to get down on myself because I cannot create she's creating. She painted a table and put together an entire sun porch setting in a week. And I'm I have a toddler glued to me. And she came out this week and announced that, she has been taking her kid to school and it gives her a break, rightfully so. Everybody's doing their own thing, but it was nice for the transparency. So I'm going to be real transparent, and we don't have childcare. We are fully homeschooling. My husband's law practice is like 50 to 60% at home. Like court dates are on Zoom. You guys, it is so wild. It is so wild. So at any given moment, we could all be disrupted with a screaming toddler. And I could set a date to launch this huge, beautiful thing, and life happens. So I'm going to give myself the grace and show you guys what it's like to have grace to go slow and let the hiccups happen and still kind of evolve. So one of the big projects that we're going to work on today, or we're going to begin, is actually removing the salon bowl. So let me show you where we're in the shampoo room, right? Like, can you see that? Beautiful. It's coming out. So it's going to come out just temporarily for the tub to come back in, because a part of the sacred home is bathing. And so this will allow me a space. This will allow my husband a space. We are trying to find retreat and staycations within our own home. And so bringing up a tub back into this space, probably bringing a bed back into this space, will allow maybe our marriage to kind of have a weekend retreat in our own room. Or like if we need a break and one of us needs rest and reprieve, like we can use this space. So we're making huge sacrifices kind of in other elements to have some solitude as adults, as individuals, to be able to work, to be able to honor ourselves. Sometimes it's just watching a movie without someone jumping on your bed, without somebody bringing crackers into your bed, without somebody screaming they needed a fresh bottle. So I think that's something that we're trying to figure out. How can we make this work? Excuse me, because we live in a house that doesn't have really a lot of doors. So I'm going to illuminate on that. I realized last night it's hard to get privacy in here because we don't have doors. And so our house is very open, and things are like curtains and drapes, kind of the more French-inspired walkways. And as beautiful as that is, we might have to start rethinking some of these and just how can we make this work. So I am excited to bring you along. I've got the 28 days of sacred elements for the home dropping here. I'm going to start putting them on the reels, but then I'm also uploading them onto YouTube. So you can go to my link in bio and find those YouTubes if you are just catching this and you haven't kind of gotten on day 1, day 2. They're in no, like, it doesn't matter what order you watch them. I'm going to put them in order just for my mental health of keeping track of them. But I'm going to start to show you guys a little bit more, look, sneaky peeks of our sacred home. And we're just going to put the salon on kind of the back burner for now until things calm down. But it just feels right. It feels right to make this change, make this shift. And we'll all be okay. We'll all be good. So I can't wait to see you guys as we journal into our journey into our journal more. And I'm going to show you guys how that intimacy looks with me, my self-discovery, my self-rituals, and the sacred home that you hopefully walk along and create with me. Love you guys.